Okay guys, so this is what we're going to be building today. This is what we're building today, and when you click on it, it disappears. When you click on it, it comes back, and when you click on it back, and disappears. And notice what happens to the burger nav. It turns on X. See that? So this is what we're going to be working on today. So let me refresh this. Let me get my VS Code running. We'll have our empty editor. I have my CSS linked already and my JavaScript link, because we'll be needing a little bit of JavaScript to make those toggle actions work, and I've linked them. So first of all, we'll start off. Let's create a nav first. Say nav. Inside nav we'll have a UL. Inside the UL we'll have an li times, let's say times 4a. Right. Let's say this one will be home, about, let's say or FAQ, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And let's say this is about. Okay, so we refresh, let's see our links and all of that is styled. So now let's create our burger menu. So we'll have a div with a class of burger, and inside that burger we'll have span. We'll have 3 spans, so times 3. And we'll just use HTML variables to do this. So say ampersand, so it will have like space in it, so we can style the spans. Ampersand MB, yes, like 3 spans. Sorry, ampersand MB, yes. Okay. Now you'll notice there will be a space right up when I refresh. You see that? So when you shift it down, the burger is already there, right there, but it's not displaying. See, it's right there, but it's not displaying. Okay, now let's move to our styling. And go to my CSS. First, remove the default padding and all of that of the browser. So say padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, sorry, border box, and yeah, all default padding and margin will be removed. There we go. Okay, now next let's style our burger to make it look like a menu. So say burger, we'll target the burger class that we give it. Say burger, let's give it float right. We want it to be at the right, so let's float it to the right. Then let's give it a width of like 30 pixels. 30 pixels. We'll set the height to auto. We'll give it a cursor pointer because it's going to be clickable, you know, it's going to look clickable. So we'll give it a cursor pointer. Let's give it a margin of 20 pixels. And yeah, and let's set its position to be relative. Or not now, we'll do that later. Let's just do it like that. Now let's style the spans that inside the burger div, these spans here. I want to style them to make them look like individual burger navs. So say the burger span, give them a width of 100%, so they'll take the full width of this 30 pixels of the container burger. We'll give them a height of like, let's say 3 pixels. Let's set that background to black, so we'll see it background black. Let's give them a margin bottom of like, let's say 5 pixels. So we save that, refresh. We'll see our burger nav right here, and it has that cursor pointer. So basically we want them to line vertically, right, not horizontally. So what we just do, we just give this span display block. It's just going to align them vertically. See that they are all aligned vertically. Nice. Okay, now let's style this nav right here. It's just there. Let's style it. So basically this now, when we open it, we're going to be taking the full width of the page, and we're going to have like this kind of effect when it comes in like a circle or something. You basically see how everything will work right now. So just target the UL. Let's target the UL. First, give it a position of absolute because we're going to move it from its initial position. We'll say top 0 and the right rather 0. We'll give it a width of, let's say, 100%, so it takes the full width of the viewport, and a height too of 100%. Let's give it a background of like aqua or something. It doesn't matter what color you use. I just like this color, aqua. Let's say to display flex, so display this. Let's set it so that to display this items flex, the links flex. So say display flex, say justify content space around align items center. Okay, we refresh and we see that, okay, you see that it's taking the full width of the viewport and height, and it's overlapping this border nav in which we don't want it to overlap. We'll fix that later. Right now, so let's align them vertically also, right? You see how they're aligned horizontally. We want to align them vertically. So what we'll just do, we'll just change the flex direction, say flex direction column. It's just going to align them vertically. Perfect. Okay, now let's style the links. First, let's get rid of those bullet points. So let's target the LI and say list style none to get rid of those bullet points. Okay, now let's style the links. So say A, say text decoration none to remove this underlined stuff right here. We'll say let's set the color to white or something, whatever, and let's give it a font size, let's say 30 pixels, and let's give it a font family of maybe sans serif, or let's give it a font family of Gilroy. I have this font installed in my PC, so I decided to use it. Gilroy. Alright, perfect. We have this thing aligned perfect. So now we're not seeing this border nav, right? We want to see it. So for that to overlay this navigation menu, what we'll just do, we'll go back to the debugger, we'll give it a position of relative, and the reason why we're giving this position of relative, so we can give it a z index of 1. So if we set the z index to 1, it's just going to overlap and come out. See right there, you see it is above nav right there. Perfect. If we give the UL a z index 2, let's say z index of 2, you just see it's going to overlap the border nav again. If we refresh, you see the border nav is not showing. So let's get rid of that. That's how z index works actually. Okay, let's bring the border nav back up. Alright, so we want to make it have the that circular effect when it's opening, you know. So what we'll just do, we're going to target the clip path property of the UL. So we'll come here and say clip path circle. This is what we're going to be using to make it have that like circle or something when it's opening. So we'll set the clip path to be like 100 pixels. Basically, I'll show you how this clip path works. And let's set this one to like 50% and this one to like 50%. Save that and refresh. Notice this circle right here. You see it gives it this clip path of this circle and overlaps and covers everything else. You can see I can only hover on this one because they're the ones displaying, but the other navigation links I can't hover on them. I can't see my distance again because of this clip path property has covered it. So basically what this represents is the size of the circle. If I increase this to like 400, you know the size of the circle increase. You see that, and you can see everything. Basically, I just experiment with it however you want. So I'll just leave it in 100, and these two properties